Okay, here we go again. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we're off for the first time. There we go, those pieces look the same. Because of course they are, we're playing same piece sets and nothing went wrong. Okay, a slightly cavernous build at the start from Rahmations, but makes it work and gets the Tetris. Ooh, and a nice little burn there with the L. Okay, Rahmations not pleased with that build. I guess a few burns that maybe he didn't want, but I don't want to say what difference does it make at this point, but a little bit. But you know, every little counts. You don't really want to be chasing down once it comes to the kill screen. Okay, and now it's Huff's turn for the cavernous build. Got a J hole there. And there's that J. So, good to see, although unfortunately can't use that line. Gonna have to wait a little bit longer. But there you go, and another J hole as well. Resists the urge to turn it into a line dependency, although now it's just gonna kind of become one anyway. Oh, very nice burn there. Kind of taking that double with the L. The kind of elevated double burn. Oh, that was an interesting shift there, but kind of worked out. And there we go, there's the Tetris. So, Rahmations at this point, a few lines ahead. Let's see, what is that? 7 lines ahead, but more than 2 Tetrises ahead, so with a slight true lead. Oh, and he's got some buffering happening on Rahmations' side, but don't worry about it. There we go, and it's back again. So, like nothing happened. I'm sure Dan V will sort it out in the edit. Like that Biggie Mac 42 in chat. Buffering on the left, suffering on the right. I wouldn't call this suffering just yet. It's not admittedly the highest pace. Maybe not the pace player of it. Wait, oh, what's going on Rahmations' side? Like, he's typing? Don't worry about it, just concentrate on the game, it's all good. Man, these players that just flex by, like, playing one-handed, typing, drinking while they're playing at 18, because 18 is nothing to them, it makes me feel so sick. Pumpy's like, what? Why does everyone think Dan V does all the editing? I'm sure. I'm sorry, Pumpy. Like, I don't want to give Dan V all the credit. I think it's just because his name is easier to say. Like, it really rolls off the tongue. It's a good nickname. Not that Pumpy isn't a good nickname, that's also a good nickname, but Dan V is easier to say. Like, if you didn't know who Dan V was, and someone came up to you and was like, hey, I got this friend, we all call him Dan V, you would assume he was pretty cool and he rides a skateboard, right? Like, I think that's what I imagine in my head. It's like, cool Dan V he's like the cool kid at school. He rides a skateboard, and you know, everyone likes him. I think Big E's confusing Dan V with Van D, and that's a very different connotations. People confirming in chat that Dan V does have a skateboard. See, I told you. Marfram in chat saying, I would imagine none of these things, and I think that just shows your lack of imagination. And Huff has transitioned at 525, so maybe turning in what wasn't the best pace at the start into like a pretty decent pace. 525 is a very respectable transition score. 582 though for Rahmations, so definitely ahead and with the nicer stack. So able to get into Tetris scoring position earlier than Huff. Who unfortunately, yeah, has had a... There we go, finally can use that line to stick it in the line hole, get that Tetris. And here's another one. 588 for Huff. Rahmation, dirty Tetris, 635, 660 even after that Tetris. So yeah, Rahmation's managing to really kind of keep up a pretty excellent pace despite what I would consider to be an awkward kind of seed, maybe. I mean, players of this kind of standard, there are no awkward seeds. Oh, lovely L-flip there from Huff. Does mean that there are holes on row 1, but it did let him get a Tetris, so that definitely worked out, and now we can stuff that L down the hole and start building off of row 2. Man, Marfram just not into Dan V as a nickname. I think it's a good name. What is a good nickname? Like, if you were going to pick one. And yeah, Huff's still kind of burning, but still Tetrising at the same time, but has fallen behind Rahmations considerably. 706,000 for Huff, 870 for Rahmations. Huff committing to that row 2 Tetris well. There we go, it's another Tetris, so it's, although kind of moved it over to kind of column 4, away from the right, and now just burning off of the top, having to do some burning. And Rahmation's not in the same position as such, but having to do some burning there too. He's got a hole in row 2, so that will only be a split triple of that line. Is now building off of row 2 like Huff. Huff is burnt down. Still considerably behind and ahead in lines. So 813 for Huff at level 27, 956 for Rahmations, 957 now also at level 27, but only just. And yeah, not happy about that sequence, but does manage to get that center well Tetris and now has some burning of his own to do. Meanwhile, Huff looking clean, so now time to make up some of that deficit. Hits level 28 at 885. And yeah, it looks like Rahmations is going to kind of get a dirty Tetris on row 3, and hopefully that will enable him to kind of get that well back over. And yeah, burning down now, realizing it's pretty close to kill screen. Huff's already there at 929. Rahmations has the max out though. And yeah, Huff's going to be burning for a bit. It's looking like we're going to see... Hey, maybe we're going to see the super kill screen. As that is what it's probably going to have to go to if Huff is going to claw this one back. A54 versus 947. So 100,000 points in it, or a bit more, considering the line deficit on Rahmations' side. But closer. Definitely Huff made back some of that distance while Rahmations was burning in those sort of last stages pre-kill screen, pre-super kill screen, I should say. Okay, Huff now back down to the ground again, but Rahmations building high and good. Like, really waiting for that line bar. It didn't come in time to get the Tetris, unfortunately. Now has to just burn it back down again, but that kind of level of aggression from Rahmations absolutely unnecessary. But look at that, widening that score gap. C51 And Huff is having to give up at 993. Just kind of terrible pieces, but Rahmations really bringing it. And there's a reason that Rahmations is seed number 3. So GG's. There's that ready sign, so we'll count it down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, and the terabyte cheering of 6 bits. Thank you very much. Oh, and I missed K9 watching Tetris. That is terrible. 14 minutes ago. I'm pretty sure I was there 14 minutes ago, right? How long have I been streaming? 26 minutes, yeah. So thank you to K9 watching Tetris as well for the 3, 2, 1 bits. Nice adjustment there from Rahmations to kind of get Tetris ready as soon as possible. Oh, the dot, of course. How could I forget the dot? Oh, jeez. Where are my dots? There we go. Rahmations has his dot. Thanks, chat, for the reminder. I was just testing you. Just want to make things harder for Dan and Pumpy. Like, I wonder if that will stay in for the YouTube edit or not. Okay, Huff with a troubling board in this early game. And yeah, kind of another not great seed, at least to start off with. Oh, and we've got more cheering going on. Red Cloud 1975 cheering of 200 bits. Again, thank you very much. 1975, so is that like a fan of the... Come on, Rahmations, stop typing. Just play the game. Nice burn there, though. Look at that. Perfect pieces. Just one single line that typing cost. He's still at it. He's still at it. Crazy. Come on, man. Look at this flexing. Or maybe not adjusting. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something that isn't Tetris while he's playing. Grandmaster Rubero in chat. Can't he type all the time instead and let Huff win? I'm sure Huff is asking the same question. Tetris for Huff though, 240,000 points. Tetris for Rahmations, dirty Tetris on row 2, 286,000 points for him. You can definitely, Rahmations clearly thinks nothing of level 18. And maybe that's probably the kind of mind space that you need to be that good, I suppose, right? It's like how, you know, surgeons, or at least, I mean, this is probably just like one of those myths, but, you know, surgeons are meant to be like all cocky and everything, and it's like, you kind of have to be to do a job like that. And maybe to be the ultimate Tetris player, you have to think nothing of 18. That said, Rahmations' stack not looking great right now, whereas Huff's stack looking absolutely fine. Handsome, even. What a handsome stack. And there's a Tetris, although it did have to introduce a hole in row number 5. Looking to burn it off efficiently. Yeah, there we go. Just a couple of line burns. Okay, apparently a hype train is close, so, you know, if you wanted to do some more cheering or whatever. So, SSJ for Yumi game cheered for 100 bits and used their 100 bits to make a Tetris movie joke that I'm not going to read out because I think it's a bit too groan-inducing. But yeah, that kind of mistake from Rahmations did let Huff catch up and in fact overtake on score and pace. 410,000 for Huff, 400,000 for Rahmations, and Rahmations is a few lines ahead, so Huff 1 Tetris and a bit ahead, I guess, more or less. Looking for a J. J's not going to come in time. Instead, it's going to burn off from the top. Not going super aggressive with it, though. Just going to take the triple with that line. And there we go. That J is going to give him a double, and he's clean again. And there's a Tetris. 466 for Huff, but 470 for Rahmations. But Rahmations stacked, once again, not looking fantastic. And once again, no issue for him to burn off, of course. With those, you know, big brain moves. Okay, there's a split triple, but a whole load of weight above that hole does mean that Rahmations is going to be burning, and in fact probably, probably going to be burning into transition. That's a little bit higher up than you would like. Not a problem for an expert roller, of course. Not sure what he was going for with those moves, although maybe that was it. That's what he was going for. There you go. The plan is revealed. And 490 for Rahmations at transition, so quite a low transition compared to Huff's 559. And Tetris for Huff, Tetris for Rahmations, another Tetris for Rahmations. Okay, starting to put put his foot to the pedal, kind of thing. Get some scores. Get some score? I don't know. Getting a bit tongue-tied here because of this amazing Tetris. There we go. Rahmations reopen that well. Tetris ready, and there's the line. Gets a Tetris. 574, but Huff is a good amount ahead and behind in lines this time. 658 for Huff, and a good, like, over 10 lines behind. So Huff in a much more comfortable position than the last game. And this is pretty much all because of the mistakes made while doing the off-screen adjustments, I would say. But I know, I imagine that a player like Rahmations probably pretty confident in his kill screen rolling ability. Not going to be topping out on 19, although I've clearly just jinxed it, so sorry about that. Okay, a couple of line burns there for Huff to maintain parity on the stack. And another Tetris, and that L goes very nicely on the left to kind of re-establish that slope. Yeah, Huff looking really good right now. 831, 778 on Rahmations' side, so still behind and still ahead in line. So it's definitely going to be, if Huff can kind of keep up this pace, then it's going to be Rahmations this time that's going to be playing catch up once that kill screen comes. And that is probably the position that Huff wants to be in, certainly ahead when that happens. Though we'll have to see. Oh, interesting. Rahmations choosing not to go for that T-spin, but does go for it the second time. Line burn and then a Tetris. 879 for Rahmations. 907 though for Huff, and a whole level behind. So that gap has narrowed, but it is still there. Still very much in Huff's favour. And Huff playing a great game. Keeping calm, keeping collected. Wrong clear in chat. Will Huff to see. Like it. Okay, so Rahmations side waiting for that L now that we're at level 28. Slightly uncomfortable board, still waiting for an L. Has managed to clear out the right side. Oh, introducing a line dependency on the left. I guess there was no choice, and getting real high up now. This is going to be a tough one. I think just the piece is not coming, and we're one line away from the super kill screen. And what can you do? Jesus Christ, yeah, what can you do with that? 996, and Rahmations is going to top out. B57 for Huff's transition though, considerably ahead. Huff is going to take game number 2 and draw level with Rahmations. GG's. And I'm not going to forget to give anyone their dots this time. There's that dot for Huff. Big sigh of relief on Huff's side. Played a good game. We will count it down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh wait, I said Tetris, but the classic the classic Tetris bot said, "I'm contacting you regarding your car's extended warranty." Maybe that one can be edited to just say ready, and then that bit. I don't know. That's pretty confusing. Like Huff still looks confused. Okay, so we had the hype train, a level 1 hype train. Thank you people for contributing gifts, subs and bits and all of that. Thank you the Terabyte for the 6 bits. It says, oh no I'm late, but it's never too late. Ivan Lichkov in chat saying, when you said car's extended warranty, I heard Kazakhstan warranty. Yeah, I can see that. I guess in Kazakhstan, they're the same thing? Car's extended warranty, Kazakhstan warranty. That whole car's extended warranty thing is only a thing in America though, so pretty confusing for people outside of America, I guess. At least, I don't know, maybe it's a thing in other places, but it's certainly not a thing over here. And I appreciate the memes all the same. I find them funny. You know, I've been on the internet. I'm down with the kids. Okay. Oh, nice kind of fixing of the stack from Rahmations there. Made a, what I presume was a misdrop, but fixed it almost immediately. Not so sure about these moves though. Okay, yeah, Rahmations super high up, flirting with danger. Got an L dependency there. Gonna turn it into a line dependency and fill it with the line. Unfortunately, can't Tetris off that line, but is now Tetris ready again. Has that well reopened. The stack is clean. Just needs a line to come at the right time. And there's that line. Tetris for Rahmations in 255,000. Tetris for Huff at 234,000. Huff about 7 lines back because of the confusing start. Oh yeah, a lot of bad stuff kind of happening on Rahmations' side. Maybe the head not in the game right now. I don't know. Especially after that amazing first game. But I'm sure Huff's not complaining. Yeah, what is so I'm just kind of doing, you know, some admin on my side, and it's like every time I look at Rahmations' side, there's a new issue kind of just cropped up. Okay, building off of row 2 now though, and there's a Tetris, and there's another one. So Rahmations ahead in score, but behind in pace right now. Although Huff's board also slightly problematic. But get some lovely pieces to sort it out. Now just needs a J. I mean, a line would do it too, but you kind of want to do it with the J if you can. Oh, unfortunately can't Tetris though. Does get a nice square for the left, just to re-establish that slope. And there's the Tetris on the Huff side. 359 for Huff, 370 for Rahmations, who's now not behind in pace, I would say actually. 393 at 112 lines, 383 for Huff at 106 lines. Pretty, okay, yeah, pretty much neck and neck. So interesting how that happened. And Rahmations doesn't care about being on row 2. Just committing to that will probably burn it down when, or if and when, an opportunity presents itself, but not going to sacrifice pace to do it. Yeah, there's another Tetris for Rahmations. 465 for Rahmations. 432 for Huff. Tetris for Huff brings it to 456. Rahmations transitions at 489. Huff can still have, what is that? Two Tetrises. I can do maths before the transition. So can transition above 500k just about, which is what you want. And is going to get it. Transitions at 502. So Huff with the marginal pace lead. Oh, and situation on Rahmations' side developing. Looks like he's going to burn out of it okay. Interesting flat J there. I'm going to assume it was purposeful. Like a kind of down stacking technique. And yeah, it really worked quite nicely actually. Hope everyone's taking notes here. That's how you play that high up in level 19. Masterclass from Rahmations on how to downstack, how to just play good solid Tetris, how to recover. 612 for Rahmations, made that 640. 608 for Huff, who again though is an entire level behind. So pace wise, not actually sure at the moment. Not going to spend too much time trying to do that maths. Yeah, Ivan Lichkov in chat saying this Tetris track, this flex style track goes hard, and yeah, it did. It is one of the more upbeat ones. Okay, Rahmations having to take more burns than he would like, but still in pretty good position. 7-11 for Rahmations, open 24 hours? Are they open 24 hours? I guess they're not. No, they're open like what? I can never remember what that stands for, because also we don't have 7-Elevens, or at least we don't call them that over here. Well, not so much. Was it 7 days a week, 11 hours a day? That doesn't make sense. From 7 till 11 every day? That makes more sense. Anyway, 748 for Rahmations, who Tetris's brings it to 780. Huff at 735 and having to take a few burns, but not too many. Looking good. Still 2 levels behind at this point. So Huff with the considerable pace lead, if not a score lead. Hey, Rahmations' game considerably better at 19 than it is at 18, I would say, at least for these last 2 games. Don't know if that's just a rhythm thing, a concentration thing. Although, ooh, tough kind of pieces there. Did not have a fantastically kind of affordant board. Though that line will fix things up, and there's another line for the Tetris. Into kill screen at 9:33. Huff still on level 27 at 9:07. So yeah, Rahmations is going to want to keep playing. And probably, I don't know, going to have to hope that once Huff hits kill screen, that maybe he tops out sooner. Though if Huff is listening to commentary or watching Rahmations' screen, it would be sensible now to, I say, not go too aggressive. That said, Rahmations at A28, going real hard post kill screen. And now Huff is there at A21. So Huff is behind, does actually need to play catch up to some extent. And nothing is a given at this speed. Especially not against Rahmations, apparently. So Huff A47, Rahmations A99. Hard to say who has the advantage at this point. There's a real test of nerves. And it's funny, these are the times where you want commentary the most and the times when it's hardest to comment. Because you're just breathless at like these amazing feats. Okay, nice roof burn there for Huff. Trying to get that stack back in order. Could do with a J. Gets it all the way left. And yet, Huff actually considerably back in score now. Rahmations has just been bringing that aggression, and Huff it's starting to fall apart. Rahmations, dirty Tetris for Rahmations. Insane play. Another Tetris for Rahmations brings it to C81. Is going to take game number 3. GG's. Was behind for so long, but just suddenly, you know, cooking with gas when it came to the super, not the super kill screen, the kill screen play. Almost taking it to super kill screen. And yeah, he's got to be happy with that one. Let's not forget to give that dot. So let's go. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, nice leisurely starts from both players. Huff with the more sloping stack, but is a Tetris behind to play in that kind of safer fashion. Yeah, Rahmations really on a tear today. Definitely must be feeling it. Hit his stride. People kind of getting all het up about the terminology around kill screens, super kill screens, double kill screens. Okay, a little awkwardness on Huff's side. Oh, interesting. Going to choose to kind of burn it away like that. Very nice. Nice burns from Huff's side. But is actually, Rahmations has managed to establish quite a lead already. Looking for a T to tuck in there and then turning that into a line dependency. Or, in fact, a really aggressive well? No. A line dependency it is. But there's the Tetris. 210,000 points at 43 lines. That's a heck of a pace from Rahmations. 176,000 for Huff at 45 lines. So Huff also not bad pace at all. If you want to kind of hit that 50 lines, 200,000 points, that's a decent pace that will get you a nice kind of mid-high 500k transition at level 19. But Rahmations isn't satisfied with that. Going for that 600k transition. It was a good track. Kind of reminds me of Super Hexagon a little bit. And if you're new to this and you're interested in the music, this is Flex Style. You can check them out on Bandcamp, on Spotify, on wherever you listen to music. He's probably there. Tell him we sent you. Oh, so Rahmations going super aggressive with that well, but I was hoping for a line piece to just sort of come at the opportune time, and it doesn't, and he just burns it away. And that is how you kind of play aggressive but safe kind of thing. Knew that, you know, if a line came, he would have been able to take advantage of it, but if it didn't, he wasn't in any danger, wasn't going to top out. Really nicely played. Okay, Rahmations kind of a holy looking stack. That pace not quite kept up from the start of the game, but you know, you play what the pieces give you. I like Biggie Mac in chat. 18 is the fill screen because it just fills a lot of time. 19 is the skill screen. 29 is the thrill screen. Okay, Tetris for Rahmations, another Tetris for Rahmations, 478, but Huff has taken the lead with 502 and behind in lines again. So now, after what I would call a slightly conservative start, Huff's pace has markedly increased. That said, not going to take the aggressive move of setting up a line dependency on the right there, going to do the sensible thing. And Tetris for Huff, 573. Rahmations transitions at 548. Huff looking for that 600k transition, has 595. It looks like it's going to be a 598 transition for Huff. Line did not come at the right time, but that's still pretty good. So a bit of a reversal of fortunes from how that game started. But that doesn't mean anything. As we've seen in previous games, Rahmations has the talent to really bring the heat at level 29. Can't guarantee that his pace is going to slow down at that point. In fact, you can't guarantee that it's not going to speed up. So you really got to kind of push the entire way. Which must be an awful lot of pressure for Huff. But Huff playing some great games. Certainly no slouch. And neither is... No one at this point in the tournament is any kind of slouch. Let's be real here. Oh, some trouble on Rahmations' side. Really needs a line. The line comes at the perfect time. So lucky. And needs another line, really. And there it is. There's that other line. And that J, just getting all the pieces that he needs. Absolutely bailed by the RNG there. Like wow. And now kind of Huff dealing presumably with the same sort of troubling sequence. And hopefully the pieces work just as well for him. Yeah, Huff battling his way out of this. And yeah, kind of looks like Huff also going to be safe, but not without taking a massive penalty in pace. And I love the fact that, you know, kill screen play has basically made pace once again a very important thing. Like there was a time, you know, I think when at the height of tapping maybe, or like the very introduction of rolling, where pace suddenly became irrelevant. But now that everyone's on a similar kind of level again, pace, very important. Okay, so both players clean. Well, I say that now both players clean. But Rahmations in the considerably better position, 989 at level 27. Huff at 824 at level 27, so behind in lines, but more than that behind in score. A31, the max out for Rahmations. And there, transitions at A69. Now we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen on Huff's side. And Rahmations still playing so aggressive, so high up. Absolutely insane rolling skill on Rahmations' side. Another Tetris. I mean, Rahmations playing kill screen like most people would play 19. I say most people, most skilled people would play 19. Never mind most people. Okay, Huff there as well, 978, 987. Knows that he has to kind of be a bit more aggressive than he would like maybe. A27 now for Huff, has the max out. But a max out means very little now. Isn't that crazy? Okay, Huff playing a good game, taking those burns when needs them. All that kind of line dependency, a little tricky. Could really do with an L. The line will do. Oh, Rahmations hung a line, tops out at B70, but Huff's board not necessarily great to kind of take advantage of that, and Huff is going to top out at A56, so Rahmations is going to take it, and he's going to take the game. 3 games to 1. Excellent games, more than good games. GG's does not suffice. EG's is what we have here. Not only were they excellent games, they were excellent examples of Tetris. So GG's both players. Really giving the crowd exactly what they want. 326 people here to watch this, and that's what they came here for. So goodbye, Huff. Great games. Great to see you play. A huge honor to get to, talk my nonsense over this game. But it's going to carry on. Like, it's the honor doesn't finish. So I'm going to transfer you over to some slides while I set up the next match, and I'll let Rahmations calm down. So congratulations to Rahmations for progressing on to what I presume is like the quarterfinals? I don't know. But yeah, we will be right back.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.